Good evening, everyone. Wow, who would have known or imagined in their wildest dreams, or nightmares for that matter, that some 10, 20, 30, or even 50 years after graduation from these two respective schools, Divine Word High School of Lawag and Holy Spirit Academy of Lawag, that a gathering of this sort and magnitude would happen? Is this a fluke or a freak of nature? How befitting it is that this wonderful, and if I may add, and I'm quite sure you'll all agree, long overdue event is happening here in this our adopted country, the United States of America, known primarily for its encouragement for tolerance and coexistence. And if you are a true blue Divinian or HSAN, I'm quite confident that you know exactly what I'm talking about. On the other hand, if you're not, I can guarantee that by the end of this night, you will have had more than an inkling. Once upon a time, there were two schools, the Divine Word Elementary High School and Holy Spirit Academy of Lawag. One was a school for boys and the other for girls. Located just a stone's throw from each other, they shared a common denominator, church and community. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out the rest when you have such close proximity, or perhaps I should say, dangerous chemistry of youthful exuberance and folly. Simple translation, just plain childishness and endless silliness. I can tell you this much though, all those years can best be described as a cornucopia of melodrama, adventure, and a darn good basis and inspiration for a book like Huckleberry Finn, movies like Indiana Jones, West Side Story, or The Sound of Music. And yes, even television comedic acts like Happy Days, and even Beavis and Butthead. I, in behalf of my fellow HSANs, therefore would like to propose a toast later. And a big salute to all Divinians, most especially our counterparts, the class of 1975, led by overall chairman, Mr. Paul Madamba. Let's give him a hand. His brainchild, this huge and ambitious undertaking is, and the steering committee, comprised of highly dedicated Divinians and HSANs from several batches. Thank you very much for making what would have been, and for many, many years ago, something unfathomable and even unthinkable possible. Finally, the peaceful and, I must say, civil bringing together of Divinians and HSANs. Of course, we're all older and hopefully to some degree wiser now. In December 2000, my batch hosted our 25th Silver Jubilee homecoming, which also coincided with the school's Diamond Jubilee, the final one under the SSSPS sisters who, after 70 or 75 years, decided to turn over Holy Spirit Academy to the Diocese of Laoag. In planning the entire script of the historic event, I had proposed to my classmates the idea of including everyone and anyone who had ever attended the academy at one point or another. That meant contacting former male kindergartners who had eventually become Divinians. Paul, Paris Visaya, and Teodora Fres were more than willing to offer me tips and suggestions. 2 quotations came as a result of their generosity, and with which I had then decided to grace the pages of our souvenir program. I thought how perfectly appropriate and how eloquently each one had depicted and summarized the inevitably parallel lives of classmates and friends, and in tonight's case, Divinians and HSANs alike all over the world, transcending time, place, and distance. In fact, sociologists have even observed that most people tend to cherish and maintain longer and more meaningful relationships with those they had met in their early formative and developing years than those they meet later on in life. For this reason, I had chosen to end my toast by sharing them with you. The first, quoted from the movie Grand Canyon, goes like this: "Something happened, you can't go back and have it not happen. Some kind of connection has been made, and it has to be played out." The second one bemuses: "Friends, you and me, you brought another friend. And then there were 3. We started our group, our circle of friends, and like that circle, there is no beginning or end. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is mystery, today is a gift." Can you all stand up for the toast? Here's to all Divinians, once our crosstown rivals, now our friends. May this event be the beginning of an unwavering alliance and respect between our 2 alumni camps, as well as the establishment and reaffirmation of lifetime friendships. Congratulations and cheers, everyone. Honestly, it's really great to see everyone here in one place, in one piece, once again, and after all these years. Mabuhay, and now let's party. Cheers.